closer to self is rather, where is my comfortable little corner that I can live within what's familiar in mind, and don't touch me, don't talk to me, don't push me. If my phone rings but I don't want it, I turn it off. I don't want it, don't bother me. And then someone cuts us off and we completely lose it. So life is here to push our buttons. Life is here to say, you are the infinite soul. Do not be identified with the ego. I am here because I'm a conscious force. Life is conscious. And God has one wish for us to be free. For us to find our freedom in him, or her, or it. And so life is conscious, and that wish of freedom is manifest in every one of our life circumstances, if we are but open to it. So when we're waiting in line at Starbucks, that wish is being expressed in the moment. Be open to it. And then as we courageously look for the easy moments to feel inspiration, we begin to experience that inspiration and realize that is where my strength comes from. That is where my joy comes from. That feeling of belonging, of being one with the person who's making my latte, one with the person taking my credit card, one with the stars and the trees and the bees and all of life. That's where our courage comes from, because then there's nothing to fear but fear itself. And so Sri Yukteswar had an interesting, don't go in the closet, there's a ghost there. And Sri Yukteswar, he went into the closet, and he opened the closet door, and there was no ghost, and he was actually disappointed. But the lesson he says is look fear all the reality. You feel threatened by it, like Lakshmi said. We're all motivated by the same things, to avoid pain and to find lasting happiness. So if there's our natural inclination is saying, I don't want to deal with it. I don't want to go there. But what happens when we do that? What happens when we turn away from something that's uncomfortable? That consciousness that has been expressed blooms. Everything we can to sort of build the walls higher and higher and higher and higher before you know it, we're in our own self-imposed box. In this topic of devotion, but I think it is life. How easy is it when something is uncomfortable, we suppress feeling. When something is uneasy, we push it and we throw it under the rug. I was reading is that serve, and yet that if you suppress the uncomfortable feelings in your life, you will rob yourself of the capacity to feel devotion or more exalted feelings. That the feelings of, I'll say this, they're doorways to allow that energy to flow upward and find expression on a higher level. In other words, Swami Kriyananda said, the energy that we have invested in delusion is the same energy we use to find God. It's not like there's new energy that's born out of nowhere. It's energy that's already living within us. It's just simply manifesting on a lower octave. So look fear in the face. Be not afraid of it. Because within that fearful situation is an energy that's been locked into that pattern of thought, pattern of experience, for God knows how many lifetimes. So why allow it to influence you? Why allow it to continue to influence you another day? And that's the thing. Why pray for our car to come? Lord, I want freedom. Come. But when they come, let us embrace them with the willing, opportunistic attitude that is through this world which has the power to really give us the strength we need to not only overcome our challenges, but to face and force to rise. We have to embrace it as an opportunity to grow. You know, it's interesting because Swami Kriyananda said something very interesting, which is a little life hack. That's a term that's used often. Maybe that was 10 years ago, but nonetheless, it's a life hack. That problems exist on their own level of energy. And so if something is coming at us and it's really disrupting us, if we relate to it on its own level, we're simply going to be butting it with anything new. You know, we're going to make the same soup, so let's bring some spice into our life. And the spice to life is energy. We lift our energy, and that problem will cease to bother us. He was once asked here in LA some years ago, is it difficult to find God? And the negative and positive his sense of self into and feel, or we learn through yoga practice, through right living, through conscious prayerful effort, at the point between the eyebrows. And I want to extend on what Swami offers us. Yes, to find God, center your energy at the point between the eyebrows. If we want to live courageously, we want to live with calmness, we want to live with ever greater joy, focus your energy at the point between the eyebrows. Because it's as simple as that. Sort of library area to the big printing press in the print room. That was good. I thought, I'm just going with it. I got a job. And what did he find? He found 7 people of the same. When we avoid out of fear, and neglect our spiritual duty. Yogananda just said in his beautiful book, How to Have Courage, Calmness, and life imposes a duty. It is our spiritual dharma to embrace that opportunity. That what else to me is one of the surest ways to feel courage in the face of life's challenges. Because as soon as we accept the fact that we fell in love with his caretaker, she left town. She left. She moved to a small town in Oregon, wanting to reestablish her life to continue diving deep in her discipleship. Lo and behold, one day, walking into a cafe, who does she see in the corner of that cafe? Her ex-husband. But the ex-husband's blind. So she had a choice. Do I go up to him and welcome him, say hello to him, or do I just ignore it and leave town again? And I remember talking to her quite often, and it was so beautiful to hear her response. Why limit it to a pinpoint? And she embraced it. It was so beautiful. So if we know that and trust that, even if that path to awakening is incredibly, again, not afraid. Of our, even if it's our good intention. Once a disciple said to Yogananda, I don't think I have really good karma, sir. You're just living in the presence of an avatar. And Yogananda very firmly said, remember, it takes really, really, really good karma even to want to know God. So cultivate the desire. Desire is not necessarily a bad thing if you use it wisely. I want to meditate. That's good karma. That's good. I want to eat well. I want to be kind. I want to be free. Let your starting place always be, where are my desires taking me? Are they taking me in the direction I want to go? If not, change them. Let's start with the desire. And then as the desire develops momentum, then the path of this natural growth process is natural. It's not leaps and bounds, it's day by day, moment to moment, and your awareness will just get naturally more and more sensitive, more and more quiet, and more aware. It's like, I hear this. I feel this disturbance. What can I do to move that energy in a more positive way? And so be not afraid. Life is our friend. Even our self-imposed enemies are our friend because they're being a channel for God's grace in a very unique and interesting, sometimes challenging way. So let's have hope. So let me ask you again, do you have a soul? No. Okay, good. God bless.
Thank you, Dion. That concludes our morning program of classes, but please come back this afternoon. Starting at 1:30, we will have a full afternoon of experiential programming, concluded with a keynote talk by Nayaswami Jyotish Devi. But outside we have lunch available from Bollywood Zaika, lovely vegetarian Indian food. We have our vendor hall across the now almost completely dry plaza. We have our healing zone just through the lobby here. We've got Spanish, a tent where Spanish classes will be this afternoon. And we have Learn to Meditate classes over in the garden rooms. The garden rooms are a bit of a hike from here. It's through the plaza, through the gate at the corner, across the plaza in front of the theaters, and just stay to your left and you will find the garden rooms where there are Learn to Meditate classes later this afternoon. Everybody, please come back this afternoon, and especially for Jyotish Devi's keynote talk tonight at 5, and continue to have a blessed day.
Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah.